What's up, everyone? What I want to talk about today is final judgment, the judgment of humanity as a whole, the judgment of us all. I've gone through my judgment, I've gone through my path, my journey. We all seem to have the same beliefs, the same understanding, but again, that goes hand in hand with being human or being man. So, that being said, let's get to the point. Final judgment. So, it took me a long time to actually come to grips with the fact that the entirety of my species is going it's going to be dead. The entirety of my species is going away. All but a few. And that few will be taken to paradise, in which there is no night, there is no sun either. There is day, so to speak, but it is what it is. So I say that to say this. All of you on this journey have heard the high-pitched noises, seen the visions, had the dreams, had the feelings, the intuition. You know what time it is. You know where you have to be, when you have to be there. So, with that being said, but power is rendered by the Almighty, the Divine, the higher spirit of myself and of all of us all. My judgment for humanity is damnation. There will be no absolution. It's funny because I watch a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people who are spiritually on this path, on this journey, or so they say. And from what I gather, there are people out there who have gotten to a point where either they've transitioned to surpassing this as a whole, this game, and understand what we really are. And even though they understand it, they aren't taken back by it or depressed by it. They are empowered by it. And I'm one of those people. At first, it was a bit much. I cried a lot. It was bad. I was in tears because I knew it was coming. I understood the visions. I got what was being given to me. And now I'm here. There is a divine being coming. And even though that's crazy to say, and a lot of people will be like, oh, this sounds out of the norm, but with the exception of the people who, are on this journey, there's a divine spirit coming, or entity, or avatar, or whatever you want to call him, or them, it, us, all of the above. It's funny, man. It's so funny. It's weird. Like, you're on this journey and you're taught all this stuff in school. You're taught to be a certain way. I was on a path once, all American, and now I'm here on a Transfiguration. It's amazing. I can't believe I'm happy. I'm happy. A lot of people who are down or depressed at this moment in time, they are going to do this all over again. But with that being said, going back to the final judgment, because this is going past that, so we're going back. Damnation is this: the planet is in need of energy. So, with that being said, for all that we have done, all the many crimes that have been committed against God's people, all the many crimes that have been committed against this planet, and then you made up fictitious laws to hold people down, to make them forget, and with that being said, humanity has harmed the planet in ways that it cannot heal itself. So it needs energy. And so that energy source will be humans, animals, plants, all that good stuff. And I do feel for a lot of the people left behind. I do. But this is just the beginning. It's anew, okay? It starts back over. You're going to be fine. It's a program. I mean, we can talk religious, but ultimately we have to define ourselves past that. We have to surpass that, because you can't define divinity in the confines of the tongue of man. And that's the problem with man or humans. You try to quantify something that you can't fathom. So it is what it is. So greed, murder, jealousy, hatred, fakeness. We got so much fakeness going on right now. So much fakeness. And I ultimately was done with it. And then we have the beast rearing its ugly head. But that was foretold. It's supposed to happen that way. And people, the chosen, the people who are being left to be brought up, for them, some of them may feel alone. Heck, I know I do. Family gone, friends gone, loved one, or when I say loved ones, relationship-wise, gone. Ultimately, if you let things go, you have to let everything go. For the most part, just let everything go. All of you who are left trying to figure things out, you need to hurry up. It's here. It's the beginning of the end, okay? Which technically isn't the end, it's the beginning, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. It's funny. I keep saying it's funny, but it literally, there's no real other word to say than the fact that it is quite comical that so many people have gotten to this point. So many people have gotten to realization of where I'm at without even having to listen to YouTube or anything like that, but come on YouTube or listen to people speaking who sound like or who are saying the things that they have said themselves in their research. It gets to a point where you have to realize that something that this isn't a coincidence. Something's not right. And I've always been a logical person, and that's a comical thing to say, but here I am. It's time for you to realize who you are. It's time for you to stop hiding. It's time for you to let go of this normal, mundane, human, nonsensical, hacky reality. because it's not real. It's fictitious. It's fictitious. We're actually in the middle of a spiritual war, and some people actually really see it. And I'm not using it as a metaphor for anything. This is it, okay? You have to realize that something is changing inside of us all. And a lot of people are talking about how they didn't get superpowers or anything like that. You need to check again, okay? If you starting to read a lot more, if you're starting to, I started reading physics, started learning other languages, and now I'm at the level where I realize those languages, what's the point? They're a nonsensical language anyway, because it's a far older language that I've been able to speak since I was a kid. And I always thought it was gibberish, but I was able to speak it. And now I'm just like, I'm chilling. So that's it. Oh, yes. A lot of people don't know or don't talk about in Revelations. There is talks of heavenly Jerusalem or New Jerusalem. That is a massive ship. It is not here, but just know that it is safe and secure and has multiple defenses that, you can't stop or penetrate, by the way. And you know who I'm talking to. This is it. We're here. This is at hand. Stay true to yourself. Stay on mission. Believe. Believe, believe, believe in the divine source. It's up to you, okay? Believe in it.